Paternity fraud is a serious issue, and there are cases where men discover through DNA testing that they are not the biological fathers of children they believed were theirs. But today, we're looking at men who stood up for themselves after learning the truth. So subscribe, and let's get into it. This video is for entertainment purposes only. No offense or disrespect is intended toward any individual or group.
Yeah, sipping that shit like it's all sweet. Watch this. Good? Yeah, alright. Whatever the what the is it? Darius is not my motherfucking kid.
Oh.
Yeah.
What is this?
That's a motherfucking DNA test.
Why did you take a DNA?
I took a DNA test because you know.
From where? Why are you taking?
What the say, Emory? Yeah.
Why are you taking a DNA test?
Because my sister told my.
Your nosy sister.
She was right.
She be lying.
She was right. Yeah, but you be lying out.
All right.
Why would you name our child Darius? It's not our child. It's not even our child. No, it's not my son.
Yes, you've been raising him for 3 years.
Yeah, I've been raising him, and you know that was somebody else's child. You know that was some. Who the was?
He even looks like family.
No, he looks like family. Why have you sat there and let me got my last name? Are you kidding me?
All right. During the time that we had a break, it was one time. All right, we were going through stuff, and that's it.
Oh, okay, one time.
So I didn't think anything.
So you just don't have me raising somebody else's kid. So we do
one time.
What the no, that's not my motherfucking child. You been somebody else. That's somebody else's child.
Why is your sister telling you to do that anyway?
You don't know because it's not my motherfucker. He's not our blood. He's not our blood. No, that's your child. That's your child. You and your child need to get the out. Is what the need to happen.
Get out. Where are we gonna go?
I don't give a. Go.
You're gonna kick me and your child.
Yeah, that's not my motherfucking child. Go find the daddy.
Right. Like, you know what?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, get the out. Get all your and rename your child because that's not my motherfucking child.
Whatever.
Got my name and
Whatever. Stop filming me.
She really doesn't seem to show much remorse during this confrontation. What she's doing is putting her partner through an incredibly painful situation, especially if she knew the truth all along, but still chose not to tell him. That lack of accountability makes the situation even worse.
I just got the paperwork. This baby is not mine. That's exactly what I just said. This baby is not mine, Miss Cheryl. Have you talked to her? Have you seen her? Have you... I'm sorry, I ain't trying to raise my voice. I apologize. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I just want to understand as to why I have this responsibility on me and she know this baby not mine. This is your daughter. That's the only person I can call to get in contact with her. This is your child. I understand that, Miss Sherry. I know this don't got nothing to do with you, but at the end of the day, this baby has nothing to do with it either. This is not my child. I'm watching over, I'm taking care of this baby, and it's not my child. Miss Sherry, I just want to get in contact. That's it. That's all. That's all. That's all I want, Miss Sherry. I don't want no problem. That's all I want, please. That's all I want. I just want answers. I just want to talk to her. Something. I don't care about the money. The money that I spent, I don't even want that back in reimbursement. I don't care about it. I just want to talk to her. I had the paperwork in my hand, Miss Sherry.
It's not about the money, bro. You've been around the baby for a minute. Like, it's not about the bread, bro.
Cheryl, you're not listening to what I'm saying. This whole morning, I've been trying to get in contact with her. She got the baby off, no pampers, there's nothing in it, no rights, nothing in it. The baby came over, she's not changed.
The father calling you, he ain't trying to get the baby back.
Like, what do you want me?
It could be an emergency.
This is your daughter, Miss Cheryl. Miss Cheryl, please, Miss Cheryl, just listen to what I'm not trying to yell, please. This is your daughter. This is your daughter. This is supposedly the parent of this child. Tell me, like, who am I supposed to talk to? Who am I supposed to talk to? She gone.
Not your mama, baby. That's definitely.
That's what we trying to get in contact with now is mom.
Like,
Yeah, mom, bro. I her mother ain't say nothing. What her mother was talking about? Her mother just on the same type time as her.
The way she confidently rejects the idea of a DNA test raises questions about why she's so opposed to it. If there's nothing to hide, you'd expect her to be more willing to establish the truth. At this point, her reaction only makes the situation more suspicious.
People, dude. My 16-year-old just found out that his dad isn't his real dad anymore because of my bitter sister. She claims it's for his own good. But in what way is that for his own good? When I found out I was pregnant with my son, I made the logical choice to pick the father that made the most money. His real dad was working at McDonald's for like $8.25 an hour. I don't want that as a man. He was just one of my hoes, and that was that. And I got pregnant, and so I picked the richer dad. And although the richer dad didn't take care of him and hasn't been around, he does pay child support, and he pays a lot, and it pays for a majority of my rent. Well, my sister never liked that, and I finally let her have my son thinking I could trust him. And she tells my son and confides in him that his dad isn't his real dad. And now he went and found his real dad behind my back with my sister, and they are all trying to fight and get my son taken away from me. My son doesn't want to live in my house. We haven't talked in 3 days. I think it's the most miserable thing a person can ever do is ruin some shit like that.
You put me in such an uncomfortable situation.
I picked the right choice. Now who's going to pay my bills now? Because now they also told that the guy that's been on child support all these years, and he's trying to come after me and sue me for all the money he's been paying. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, I didn't do anything.
This entire situation could potentially have been avoided if both partners had been honest with each other from the beginning. He's clearly devastated by what he's discovering, yet she doesn't appear to be taking much responsibility for the situation.
I left my American woman to marry my village girl, just to discover that I'm not the father of our 3 children. You get to the point now. 5 months ago, my village wife called me and she was complaining how she's tired of waiting, that I must come to village now or else she will leave the marriage. So I had to leave whatever I was doing in America to travel to the village. 5 months later, my mom called me and she was like, my son, I know you are educated. I know you are well traveled. I just want to know if there is any way you send something to your wife to the village to be pregnant. I was like, Mom, what are you talking about? She told me, listen, it's not up to 5 months you came to the village. Now your wife has given birth this morning. I was so confused. Like, I became so confused at that point. I had to travel to the village to conduct a DNA test just to discover that I'm not the father of our 3 children.
Some people argue that intentional paternity fraud should carry serious legal consequences because knowingly allowing someone to raise a child under a false belief can have devastating emotional and financial effects. If financial struggles were the issue, there were other options, including both partners contributing financially. But deceiving someone into believing they are the biological father is an entirely different matter.
Huh? A few years ago, my oldest daughter had to take a DNA test for school just to figure out ancestry. During the DNA test, she came to me very, very sad because apparently me and her were not related. I was like, huh? When she told me this, I had to keep a straight face because the immediate shock was just wild. Then I decided to go with her to get a paternity test done. When we got the paternity test done, it was also concluded that I was not her father. At this point, I was shocked. I've had 4 kids with my wife, and she was the oldest, and I needed to see how far this rabbit hole went. I told her to not let her mother know that we know this information, and then I went to my next oldest child. Not mine. I went to the one below that. Not mine. And then I decided to stop there because the youngest child is so young that this may directly affect them, and they don't really understand what's going on anyway. So I didn't even want to go into that rabbit hole. But when I got the information, I immediately was like, let me go talk to my wife about this. So, like always, she didn't take responsibility or any type of accountability, and she said, how are you going to believe your wife over these tests? I was like, are you serious? Are you like, for real? Like, is this really where you're gonna go with this? Then she starts crying profusely and saying it was only one time. I didn't mean to do it. And I was like, it was only one time. Hey. And then I showed her that each one of the children aren't mine, with the exception of the youngest, as so I think. That's when it dawned on me that it was one time, multiple times. And then when we looked, each one of the children's had different baby fathers, and somehow that made it even worse, because it wasn't just one person you was cheating on me with. This is a habitual thing with multiple different people that you probably don't know about. And I'm taking care of their kids. They're my kids. They're my kids. I've raised each and every one of them from a super young age, and they stood by me through this whole situation. But to think that she's not who she said she was, because up until that situation, I thought we had a great marriage. I thought we had a great life. I thought everything was going good. I thought that we were building together and already have built together. She is a stay-at-home mom that works on things that she wants to do. She takes care of the kids. She cooks. She cleans. She does everything that's needed inside of the relationship with me. Yet she didn't tell me that she wanted to go outside of the marriage. She didn't tell me that she wanted to do anything. Anyway, after finding out the information and getting her side of the story, I let her know I would need a couple of space. So I had rented a hotel for a couple of days, and I stayed in it. I stayed away, and it was all right. It was good, but I really missed my kids, and I wanted to see them. So after a couple of days, I was back inside of the house, but I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't say anything to my wife. I didn't speak to her. She would try to talk to me and I would look away. I would take care of the kids. I would grab the kids, take them to the mall, do different things with them. And everything was just, I was just trying to figure things out. I was just trying to see how I could make our relationship work, or see if I need to separate and just take the kids myself. Like, I didn't know what to do, if I had any like legal rights to these individuals. Yeah, my name's on the birth certificate, but I'm not biologically theirs. I just wanted to figure things out, but I didn't even get that chance, because 6 days ago she decided, other than taking any type of responsibility, to have a hangout session with the chandelier. And I'm so happy I have my kids, because I just don't know what I would like. It's just baffling to me. Because the whole time, even with evidence, she just kept denying and denying and denying and denying. And I don't know if I did something wrong. I don't know if I was never supposed to know in the first place. I don't know what's going to happen, but I know I didn't want this to happen. I didn't want to not have my kids, not to have their mother.
This is the kind of situation where loyalty seems completely absent. She was allegedly involved with multiple men, and now there are serious questions about who the biological father actually is. At this point, the situation has become incredibly complicated.
It says I'm not the goddamn father of a 5-year-old son and that 7-year-old daughter. How's that even possible? How's that possible? Yeah, wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
First of all, don't ever wake me up like
No.
Secondly,
what you're about to do is open that goddamn paper up. What I'm going to tell you right now is this. You and your mother and these 2 kids, right. I don't give a goddamn. I don't, because I just opened it.
You know what?
You, your mom, and these 2 kids.
You said you ain't the father.
You damn right I'm not the father of these 2 children. Both of them. Both of them.
Out of here.
Both of them. Both of them. You out of here. You, your mom's, and them out of here. Y'all out of here. Out.
Redo that.
Out. Out.
It's pretty clear that the marriage has serious problems, and the alleged adultery has caused enormous damage to the family. That's especially unfortunate for the children, who may have to deal with the consequences of their parents' decisions as they grow up.
A woman recently gives birth, and her husband demands that she pay the entire hospital bill herself. Now, there's more to the story. They've been married 7 years. She just had their first baby 3 months ago. They split everything in their marriage 50-50 when it comes to finances, and generally keep their money separate. And everything seemed to be going pretty well until they received a hospital bill for this birth. So here's the deal. She planned to give birth without any medication, but after 24 hours of labor, decided to do the epidural. And when the bill came, her husband expected her to pay the entire $8,000 bill herself. And when she asked why, he said, "You're the one who couldn't hold out for a few more hours, and you jacked up the bill, and I shouldn't have to pay for all of these extra requests." Now, if you're wondering all the extra, what jacked up this bill? Well, of course, the epidural, very expensive. Lactation consultant, nursery fee, extra night stay, postpartum supplies, any food she ate. So all of that made the bill go up. And so he goes, "Well, that was your decision, so you should pay for that. That's not coming out of my pile of the pot." So she ended up paying the entire bill on her own, and she's now wondering and questioning, are her feelings valid?
But here's the thing. I do want to call out half of you, and I know it's half of you because that's how much negative press we get. I'm not going to share a checking account. I'm not going to share bills. We split this thing 50-50. This is the end result of that. And if it's not, if you're like, no, I mean, I would help with the baby, where's your line, dude? When you set up a my life and your life and we're married under the same roof, this is the root of that crap that happened.
She doesn't appear to feel much guilt about what happened, which makes the situation even more difficult. Given everything that happened, it's understandable why he would consider ending the relationship and creating some distance. He deserves your sign that this marriage probably isn't going to work out, instead of working together to figure out how the hospital bills should be handled. He told her to pay them herself because of the circumstances surrounding the situation. It's a complicated issue, especially when both people are involved in raising the child. So there's clearly a lot more going on here.
There you go. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with this folder that was in your car.
Why are you going through my stuff?
You know, this hurts to go in your car and see something like this. And I don't even know what to say right now. And I knew what was going on because the baby didn't never look like me. But I'm just a good-hearted person. Listen, it ain't no beef. Don't even try to explain yourself. Why did I find this in your car? And why you ain't just been telling me after a year of me taking care of you and this baby?
Yeah.
This baby's 1 year old and 6 months.
I just got the papers a couple days ago. I was going to tell you.
Papers? What is this?
Yeah, whose baby is that?
Yours.
Read the paper. 0% relation.
Yeah, do you really want to do this now?
Is there a better time for you?
It's almost Christmas.
I don't care. You think I'm gonna buy your kid Christmas presents?
Well, we're married, so this is legally your child right now.
Yeah, no, it's not.
I
knew I shouldn't have signed the birth certificate. You're not getting any child support out of me.
No, you are, because you signed the birth certificate.
No, that's court records right there. That's not my kid.
No,
Yeah.
this is getting shredded and put in the trash.
I'll get another
No,
one. Who's the father?
I don't know. I don't know. I thought it was you.
Some random dude you met off Tinder, probably.
Okay, maybe. There was a couple guys I was sleeping with around the time I got pregnant, and I thought it was you.
There definitely needs to be some kind of mandatory paternity testing at birth. Some people can't be trusted not to be unfaithful, and unfortunately, there are cases where men end up raising another man's child without knowing the truth. That's a serious situation with potentially life-changing consequences.
And I went to prison for 5 years. When I got out of prison in 2003, I paid child support from that day until just February of last year when I lost my job.
Only because they garnished your wages.
Absolutely, that's what they do. And I actually asked my public defender, where's the proof? I've yet to see proof that the child's mine.
Mr. Manser, you are. Do you know?
Yes, ma'am.
You know who his father is?
Yes, I talk to him still.
Man, if she's facing 5 years in prison over what happened, then there's no way she should simply walk away without consequences. What this guy needs is appropriate restitution, and if she's convicted, she should face whatever punishment the law allows. So, that concludes the video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this in the future. I'll catch you in the next one. Stay strong.